Coming up in today's episode, we go replanting baby banana trees, making nettle fertilizer, and adding some plants, flowers and snails to the new pond. Hi there and welcome back to Gray's Gardening. My name is Gray and this is my gardening channel. So today I've actually bought some plants to go inside my pond that I've been building over the winter and into the summer. First of all, we have got a water lily. This is to hopefully help me help to attract some frogs to the pond. So we're placing that in. We have a yellow iris. That'd be really nice, get some colour coming out of the pond. I've bought some water snails. They help to clean the pond and eat all the little bits of muck from the bottom of the pond. And then just some nice oxygenating plants that you just apparently chuck straight in. So let's give it a go. Okay, Charlotte, you're going to help me put these snails in. With your hand. Okay, there we go. Go on, you put them in for me. Oh no. There we go. They've gone into their new home. Sure they'll find their way. Time for the water lily to go in. I think I've got just the right spot for him. There we go. Sit that there, and the lilies will just sit on top for now. I think it will go deeper. But for now, these just have to go on the surface. So water lily in. Right, time for the oxygenating plants now. Chuck them in. Okay. And finally, the yellow iris. I need some bricks around that just to secure it, but there we go. There we have it. Pond's got some new plants in, and hopefully we'll give it some colour. If you're enjoying the video so far, please put that thumbs up, leave me a comment, and most importantly, please do subscribe. Watermelons. Sadly, my microphone stopped working for this next segment of the video, so I'm going to have to dub over the top of it. So these are my Musa Basjoo bananas, or banana trees, and at the base of each mother plant is the baby banana trees, or what are known as the pups, the banana pups. So every year these get sent out brand new by the main mother plant, and that is all growth that has just taken place this year. These on the other side, there's three big established ones, and the one up the middle was actually my first banana tree that I bought about 3 or 4 years ago, and the ones next to it have since been the pups that are just allowed to grow. Here's another one round the side that's quite a tall, good 2 or 3 foot high, and to buy that in the shops would cost you about £50. So it really does benefit you to dig out the pups. Here are some more grown from inside, but they'll be a bit too tricky to get out. So what I'm going to do is try and get these two out, because I want to move them to different places. So as you see, there is the mother plant. This one got moved a couple of years ago. The aim of this is to detach them, but taking plenty of roots with it. As you can see, they are still quite tender, but they are well established now, so they're big enough that they can be moved. Last year I dug this one out, popped it into a pot even when it was really small, and overwintered it in the greenhouse, and that's grown quite nicely. So for now we need to dig these out so that I can move them to different places around the plot. Okay, so let's see what my dubbing skills are going to be like, because again the microphone is still not working. So here I've got a nice sharp knife, or a handheld saw should I say. And what I'm trying to do here is I'm going to try and cut between the pups and the mother plant, getting as close to the mother plant as possible so that I can get plenty of that part of the lower stem that's been connected to the mother plant. I want to cut right down as far as I can so we go right past where the roots are about to start. So I'm just sawing away. Sadly you can't hear any of this, the sound of the cutting to go with it, but I managed just to cut through that and go through enough. Now I've got to make sure to get a sharp spade, and what you want to now do is try and dig as far underneath these pups as possible. That's where the roots will be. You don't want to go cutting this off and then not giving it any root, because you're taking it away from the mother plant. It's really going to have to start relying on the roots to take up all those nutrients and the water to keep the plant alive. So I'm just going around this, just doing it nice and slowly, trying to dig as far down as I possibly can to make sure I can get underneath the plants themselves. And I've started at maybe about 6 inches away from these plants. You can see just as I'm starting to lever this spade, it's just beginning to move, because it has actually been cut away from the mother plant by using that handheld saw. But down the cut that I've made, I'm now just putting the spade down to really separate this off now. Again, it'd be nice if you could hear this, because it does make a few noises as you feel it get detached from the mother plant. So I'm just going around this, teasing it out bit by bit, taking my time until it eventually will it'll start to move, and at that point I'll know that it's completely detached from the mother plant. So I'm just getting right round the back of it, and hopefully, here we go, a little wiggle. No, still not ready, so I just need to try and lever that a little bit more. As you can see, it's just moving, and that's it. It's now separated. I've got enough underneath it. It's now time to just have a look at that and see exactly what I've managed to get from it. Plenty of earth on there, and if I just turn it over slightly, they are all the new roots. So I'm quite happy seeing that. You can see straight away here there's one, there's the other, and this actually turned out to be another little baby that I didn't realise I'd cut out, but that's too young, that won't survive. So at this point now I can see that I just need to split that down the middle and leaving plenty of root on both sides, and that will result in 2 new baby banana trees. Okay, this is where you've just now got to be brave. You've just got to take your spade, decide where you're going to make that cut. Just before I managed to cut this, I decided that I wanted a bit more root on the one on the far side. So I've just got to position my spade exactly where I want it, taking more root or taking equal root on both sides, and then just go for it. Just give that spade a good whack right through the middle. It'll glide through like a hot knife through butter, and there we have it. There is banana tree number 1. You can see all the roots coming off that, with plenty of the main mother plant still attached. The mother plant will be fine, by the way. That won't do it any harm whatsoever. In fact, more goodness and nutrients will go into the mother plant. So there's the first one. I'm going to leave that grass on, because if I start trying to pull it off I might damage it. And here is number 2. Again, there's a large chunk of grass attached to the top of it, but that won't do it any harm in its new place. And likewise, lots of new roots on that. That'll go in now as a new plant perfectly well. Okay, I've dug the hole ready. This is just near the entrance of the plot when you first walk in. This is where I want the new banana to go. So I'm just backing up a little bit here, and this is the archway when you first walk into the plot. Yes, I know that arch is a bit wonky, I need to straighten it up, but I want my banana to go here, so it'll grow up and over that from the right, and on the left hand side there is one of my fig trees, and I do like the fig and banana leaves. It gives that tropical feel to the plot as soon as you walk in. So that's going to be planted in there. Okay, so I've just got some everyday essential compost that's just going to give that give the plant that extra little bit of help to get it going. Putting some in the base of there. Probably actually need a bit more because I don't want it to be below surface level, so a bit more compost going in just to fill it up nicely, so it's going to end up flush with the ground and making sure that it's also at the level that I've basically dug it out from. That is a bit of a slope, so I've got to be careful exactly where that goes in. So I'm just positioning it how I want it. Actually ended up putting too much compost in, so again we're going in, and I think we're probably about level now. It's where we want it. As I say, it is a bit of a slope, so I've got to be careful here that the water's not just going to run all off it. So just give it a backfill. This is all the soil I've dug out. I'm going to firm that around the base, just being careful. I know the plant's quite established, but just need to be careful still. Don't want to break that stem in any way, although they are very hardy. You can cut them in half and they will grow again, just the nature of how the banana trees grow. So that is now firmed in quite nicely, and that is the new place for it. And as you can see, it's already looking like it wants to live there. So I'm quite happy with that. It's gone in a few days time. Once that grass grows around it, it'll look like it's been there forever. Finally, last thing I need to do is just give him a good drink to help him get established. As you can see, that water's running straight off, so I'll let that soak in and then come back and give him another drink, and I'll keep watering every day for the first week or so, so he makes sure he establishes himself well. One thing I've always wanted to do is make my own fertilizer. So what you can do is use nettles. Nettles act as a great fertilizer. You just put them in a bucket of water, leave them for a week or so. They will stink, but you leave them to basically just infuse it with the water, and then they become a great feed for plants such as your tomatoes and everything else you're growing at this time of year. However, a great little tip from Terry King's Allotment Garden on a Budget. He's recently told me that what you don't want to do is put these nettles in when they have these seed heads, because what they are essentially doing, you're going to then scatter seeds, nettle seeds, all over your plants after you water them, meaning a lot more nettles will start. So really you want to use these younger nettles, the ones that haven't yet gone to seed. So I'm just going to grab a load of these and put them straight into a bucket of water, but I am likely to get stung along the way. Right, glove on. Let's hope it's nettle proof enough. Here's a nice young one. Just going to get as much of that out as I can. A lot of these really have already gone to seed, so got to be careful I don't grab. Ow! Stung already. There's some nice new fresh ones. See that? Even this one. That'll do nicely. Come along here. Plenty there. There are some tiny seed heads, so I might just strip them off before I put them in. This is quite comical really. Usually these nettles feel like they are everywhere. I'm constantly stinging myself on them, and then when you go to actually pick them, or when you want some nettles, you can't find them. But I think I should be able to get enough. Okay, I've got a decent handful. Shove all them in. I'll get some more actually. Okay, I think I've got enough in there now. They're squashed down a lot, so I'm literally going to just fill that up with water. And let nature do its thing. Right, what you really want to do is move this somewhere well away from where you want it, because it really does start to stink. So he can go over there, tucked out the way. I'll come back to him in a couple of weeks. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed the video today. Lots of different things going on this time. So if you did enjoy it, please put that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and stick around for the next one. Take care, everyone. See you next time. Bye now.
Thanks for watching.